This puppy was bred to die in a dogfighting pit. His journey has inspired millions for good reason. Humans and dogs have had a close connection since the dawn of civilization. Dogs are great companions, and their instinctive pack mentality fits our close-knit family structure like a glove. It's no wonder then that the world has witnessed wonderful tales of warm-hearted dogs. One dog's life, however, went beyond tugging at the heartstrings to reach heights of inspiration we can guarantee you've never seen. Get ready to see what years of abuse made one dog do once he was adopted into his forever home. As close as dogs have been to humans for the past 10,000 years or so, some people have exploited man's best friend in repulsive ways. And dogfighting is probably chief among them. It's an inhumane and illegal blood sport performed underground for entertainment and money. Participating dogs are abused and frequently killed. Victims include bait dogs, weaker dogs used to train and rile up fighters for battle. Bait dogs are usually cast aside to die, but sometimes they slip through the evil sport's grip. One such bait dog, Oogie, was rescued by police during a raid. Dogfighting is often associated with other illegal activities such as large-scale drug dealing operations. When police found Oogie, a Dogo Argentino, or Argentinian Mastiff, was left bleeding to death in a cage to die with no food or water. He'd been attacked, bitten, and had his left ear completely torn off. The police brought him to a veterinarian, hoping that he could be saved. But Oogie ended up being the savior. Oogie was just a puppy. He'd undergone a lengthy operation to stop his bleeding and repair the massive damage done to his face and head. He somehow beat the odds and survived the ordeal. While Oogie was recovering, the Levin family was bringing their beloved cat to the same vet for what would be his last visit. The family's sadness was lightened by the appearance of Oogie as he was being walked as part of his post-operation therapy. Oogie's post-operation appearance was horrifying, as he was missing an ear and was all raw with scar tissue. His behavior, however, was that of a lively, energetic puppy. He showered the Levins with kisses and happily trotted all around like any other excited dog. The Levins immediately fell in love with Oogie. The joyful pooch fell right into the family, which already included two twin 12-year-old boys. Oogie brought joy, but also inspired the family to begin an unexpected crusade. The Levin family loved Oogie unconditionally, although there was some apprehension about whether he would be an aggressive dog. The vet who saved his life quickly snuffed out that suggestion. This dog will never ever bite anyone, the doctor assured the family. Oogie quickly grew to a healthy weight, and although his scars never physically faded, they became invisible to the Levins. Soon, the heartwarming story of Oogie's triumph spread so far it got national attention, and you won't believe where. By 2008, when Oogie was a few years old, Larry Levin had become a breed advocate trying to stop dogfighting. After providing some information to a dog rescue group about Oogie, he was contacted by producers of The Oprah Winfrey Show. They'd heard about the rescued bait dog and wanted to feature him on their Valentine's Day show. Oogie was a hit on the show, but what happened next started a whirlwind of exposure for the rescued dog. After appearing on Oprah, a literary agent approached Larry Levin about penning a memoir about Oogie. Levin had always wanted to write a book, was passionate about stopping dogfighting, and believed strongly that Oogie's story was an inspiration for all. Oogie's ordeal shows us that we can go through the worst imaginable experiences and come out the other side okay, Levin said. We can come out and find love on the other side. Levin's book came out in 2010, was a bestseller, and spurred the Levin family to more advocacy. The Levins became strong advocates for the bully breeds, which includes Oogie's breed, and for providing medical care to dogs injured in dogfighting. Because of the book's success, Oogie inspired many rescue fundraising efforts. Larry Levin spoke at numerous schools to motivate children to take up the anti-dogfighting cause. In Levin's presentations, children would learn the life lessons of Oogie's ordeal teaches us. But as time passed, Oogie's health and age reduced his ability to travel for the cause. The severe injuries Oogie sustained early in his life required him to have several additional surgeries later in his life. The scar tissue caused constant pain, so he underwent surgery to have some of it removed. As he entered his senior dog years, Oogie had to have additional surgeries for routine canine maladies involving his leg ligaments. All through this, he kept smiling, his lopsided smile, as a reminder to the Levins that life will throw us all kinds of curveballs, but we can weather them all with love. As he reached 100 in dog years, Oogie crossed the rainbow bridge that lies at the end of the road for many family companions. On his last day, Oogie enjoyed a bison fillet, one of his favorite treats. Larry put moisturizer on his crooked nose and eye drops in the eyes that could never close all the way, put his warm orange coat on him, and took him for a ride. In those last moments, he reminded Larry how blessed they both were. In the end, Levin wrote, "He kept our spirits up through the whole ordeal, but he's gone from us. He didn't suffer. We went through so much together, and I can't tell you how much he meant to me. He gave me the life I have. He brought me joy every single day for the last 12 years. Despite his death, he continues to inspire people across the globe." As Oogie's story and the ordeals of other rescue dogs are shared online. Even 2 years after his death, Oogie's Facebook fan page still attracts daily notes of love and remembrance. Drawings, favorite photographs, and other images are shared in this online memorial. Social media in general has become an outlet for people to share stories of inspiration similar to Oogie's. Twitter mentions and shares of YouTube videos spotlighting Oogie are everywhere you look. That lopsided face still brings a smile to many and has even inspired some to action. Oogie's life inspired Larry Levin, who was skeptical of the bully dogs, to become an advocate for the breed. Levin never wanted to spend his life advocating for dogs, but fell into it when Oogie took over his life in the best way. They fought against practices like dog baiting, raised money, and educated the public about this evil industry. Through exposure from the book and TV experiences, Oogie sparked a movement to root out dogfighting. The movement extended to the roughest places imaginable. This even involved telling Oogie's story in prisons, with the hopes that formerly incarcerated individuals would bring inspiration back to their neighborhoods where dogfighting still pervades. The dogfighting blood sport is born out of greed, just like many other crimes that plague our society. By showing the devastation that greed and underground criminal activity causes to innocent loving animals, the hope is that parolees will turn against this practice. The movement underlines that humans are the breed responsible for dogfighting. Oogie was not just a pit bull, but his breed shares some of the pit bull's traits: strong jaws, fast speed, and keen hunting ability. Oogie was initially feared by the Levins and many of the people who didn't know him. Many people have a strong fear and distrust of pit bulls, mastiffs, and other fighting dog breeds. Oogie's story is just one in a long line that illustrates the simple kindness of dogs. Even after unspeakable horrors, they are many more times likely to lick your face than attack you. Tens of thousands of humans, on the other hand, will continue to stage dogfights for the lure of money.